Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video lesson, guys, I want to talk about this very simple, very easy Forex trading strategy. Now, there are a lot of Forex trading strategies on YouTube, but this is going to be different. I'll try my possible best to keep it very simple for everyone to understand. Right, so I'm going to make use of two concepts in this video. I'm going to use support and resistance. If you don't already know what support and resistance is, check out my channel. You see a video. I might leave a link in the description. I'm also going to use break and retest. This is the first time I'm going to talk about break and retest on my channel, so stick around to the end of the video, watch the full video so you understand the full concept. So first things first, you need to understand your levels of support and resistance. Now, daily time frame is a very good time frame to look for your levels of support and your levels of resistance. So right now I'm on my daily time frame. I'm on the Euro USD. We're going to look for our levels of support and resistance together, right? So what is your resistance and what is your support? Take for example this level right here can be my level of resistance, because this is the highest high present in the market right now. So I'm gonna make use of this point as my level of resistance. So once you mark out your level of resistance, you can also look for your levels of support. Levels of support, what do I mean by levels of support, right? Where price is rejecting below, that is your level of support. So your level of support can be your level of resistance, and your level of resistance can be your level of support. How do I mean? You can see right here that price, this was the highest point that price reached, right? As you can see, price all broke out of this point at this level. Now it came back to this level to act as what is called a support. So once price breaks out of a resistance, it comes back to test that resistance and becomes support. So that is what I mean by calling resistance is support and support is resistance. So we can see that price has broken out, and obviously we need to continue with this option because price broke out, retested this resistance, now becomes support, and we can see it's going higher, right? So all of a sudden we see this huge bearish candle, bearish candle, bearish candle. As you can see, the bearish candle goes lower, right? And why does the bearish candle go become smaller, right? Because it's coming to a level of support. When price is at resistance, right, and the price goes down from that resistance, the candlesticks tend to become smaller as they come to a level of support. You can see that this was a very big candle, a smaller candle, a smaller candle, a smaller candle. So this is because price is getting close to a level of support. What do we expect from price at this one? So from this point on, we can expect price to go higher. That is the next thing for you to expect. Price will go higher. There's no 100% in Forex trading. Price can go lower, right? Sellers might be more than buyers, right? So there's no such thing as 100% in Forex. So you have to put proper risk management, right? Proper risk management. So if you buy at this level, you can expect price to come back all the way to this level, and this can be your take profit, and your stop loss will just be a little bit below. So that is the concept of support and resistance. You can see very simple. Price comes back to support, you buy. Price goes to resistance, you sell. Very easy concept. I'm going to make use of other examples later on, but now let's talk about the break and the retest, right? We can see that price, this was resistance, right? Just like this point right here, this used to be our resistance. Now price broke through this resistance. As you can see, price broke through this resistance, now comes back to this resistance, which will now become something called our support. This will now become our support. Now price is at support, it goes higher, right? So that's what I was talking about, the break and the retest. When price breaks out of a level of resistance, it comes back to that level of resistance to become support. Then if it doesn't go below that level, if it goes below, it's called a false breakout. If it doesn't go below and continues higher, it's called a breakout and a retest. This can also work for price coming down. Where's my arrow? Price coming down towards this from level of resistance, breaking, retesting, then going below. So it's the same concept throughout, the same concept for both the uptrend and the downtrend. So it's a very common thing that you tend to see on your Forex chart as you get better in Forex trading. So let me just delete some of this, delete all selected. So now let's move on to more examples. So like I said, price broke through, and now we can expect an uptrend. Now let's look for another example. Let me move on to the GBP USD to see if I can find an example. Let me quickly delete all of my analysis. So this is what I use to trade my daily Forex charts. Very simple, very easy. So on the GBP USD, we can see that we are in an uptrend, right? In an uptrend or in a downtrend, in a trending market, your levels of support or your levels of resistance are trend lines, right? You can also find horizontal levels of support as well, but the trend lines are very much easier to spot and draw, right? But if you look for horizontal levels, of support and resistance on a trending market, it might be quite difficult for you to find. But as time goes on, you're going to spot it very easily. So take a look at this, for example. We can see that price rejected off this level, off this level, off this level, broke out, then broke back in. So what do I call this? This is a resistance. What do I call this? This is support, right? Price goes, breaks out, comes back to retest this, then goes higher, right? As you can see, it almost hits the previous high, but it didn't. Then price came back all the way down. If you had your stop loss on, if you were expecting price to reach this place, and you had a stop loss on, price will definitely hit your stop loss. And as you can see, comes back to this point on the trend line, continues upwards, right? So there can be false moves like this due to news or manipulation in the market. So there are a lot of news that comes out in the market. So take note of news before you take trades on your Forex chart. So that is what I mean by levels of support and levels of resistance with break and retest. So let's take a look at another example. Let me go ahead and delete all of this very fast. So I'm looking for a very, very nice example that I can use to explain the break and retest for you guys. So let me just switch over to the 1 hour time frame on this. So let me use this. Right, so let me use this. So right here, prices. Let's take for example that price has gotten here. This is where we want to focus on, right? This whole level is where we want to focus on. So price is currently here. It made the level of resistance, rejected to support, bounce back to resistance, bounce back. Yep. You can see this bounce back, right? Breaks out, retests, and continues lower. So that is the concept of breakout and retest. So when price breaks out of a resistance or a support, in this case we're going to use support. When price breaks out of support, it tends to continue with that support, right? Make a retest, then continue with that move of the breakout. You can see there was a false move here, but your stop loss would have been a little bit above, so you would not have been stopped out of this trade. So this trade will still be an active trade, even though price came back to make a false move at this point, then continues lower. So you can see that this strategy is very, very simple, very easy to use. Look for your levels of support and your levels of resistance. Wait for breakouts. You can also trade your levels of support and resistance. For example, if you trade support and resistance, at this level, you would have placed the buy. But it's not bad if you make a loss on this trade. It was just a risk. Every trade you take is a risk. You do not know where price will go. So if price goes in your direction, that's very good. Lucky for you. If price doesn't go in your direction, take a look at the market again. Look for another trade opportunity. Very, very simple, very easy. So I hope you gained something in this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new or if you are not yet subscribed, and I will see you on the next one. Have a nice day. Peace.